I really genuinely feel like this information could help someone else. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Good morning, afternoon, tomorrow night, tonight, and tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Jamal, the creative, as always. It's come to my attention that you guys think that I quit YouTube. I know I put out that last video talking about the end of an era, but I didn't quit YouTube, y'all. The only reason I'm responding is because I've been getting a lot of it in the comments. What happened is that because I did the long form and the short form, that content put together didn't equate to the actual long form content spreading out to the correct people. So now when I upload videos, they don't perform. So essentially what I did is I started a new channel. And for those who want to go to that new channel, it's going to be the end card of this video. So if you wait to the end, you can click on it. I'm also going to have it in the description, so you can click on that. It's me and Shan. We're making videos, comedy sketches. We call it the Jamal and Shan Show. Chantel being my fiance, for those who don't know. So go over there, click, show love. There's 2 videos up right now. I just uploaded my second one today. Now, the big booty bitches, we're not doing that no more, that kind of content. We're more just sticking to like couple stuff. I kind of just wanted to talk about something different, and hopefully you guys can receive it in the way that it's impacted me. The topic of today's story is healing, and important it was in my success as a content creator as well as a human being. Again, today we having a conversation, you and I, but I only speak to my people. Man, I've been with YouTube for off and on since 2014. But in that time, I've dealt with a lot of personal things as well to help transform me as a human being and as a person. One of the things that I want to talk about that started my healing journey was a girl that I was dating. I won't say her name. And me and her dated for, I would say, a total of 10 months. And she actually cheated on me. And when she cheated on me, I broke up with her in that moment. And from that moment, I decided, instead of dealing with my problems and my issues, I would go ahead and just start dating someone else. Now, in that next relationship, I was extremely numb. Like, I didn't really have any emotional ties. It's just weird. Like, when you think you're good, because sometimes things happen. A lot of men have pride and we have egos. In that moment, I, for some reason, thought I was fine. I decided to jump into another relationship right after that relationship and dismiss all of my feelings and just completely not even pay attention to how I was, how it affected me, and any of those things. It wasn't until things got serious between me and her to where the issues really started to come up. And I've gone back and looked at these things and understood, like, damn, like, I was very emotionally unavailable in that relationship from the beginning to when that relationship ended. And I didn't understand that until I started to go to something called therapy, which I'm sure everyone's heard of the term therapy before. But when I was in that relationship is when I saw things that I knew about myself, but I didn't understand it. And when I say like knew it, but I didn't understand it, like I was in a pattern that I wasn't even aware of. Like, I would date girls and I would do the most so they would love me, but I didn't care about anything else. All that mattered was me just trying to make that girl happy. So this was a relationship that I was in from the cheating relationship. I didn't completely heal or anything from it. And my responses, my body, everything created this anxiety for the most serious committal things. And we were gonna get married, but once you propose, I don't think people understand, when you propose, that's when like people in most cases really start paying attention to their partner. And that's because it's like, yo, this is serious. After proposal, we're getting married, and when we're married, that's forever. And most people don't want to get divorced. They don't plan on getting divorced. And that's when things got serious. All the issues from not dealing with getting cheated on the first time started to come out. When it came to commitment and thinking, oh, this is long term, I started to gain anxiety. And for the very first time I was working, I used to be a flight attendant, for those who don't know. I was working as a flight attendant, and I had an anxiety attack on the plane. Going down the aisle, I looked at this one person and it hit me. And I was laying over in LA that night, and I didn't know what was going on. I didn't even know anxiety was real. Like, I didn't know it was even a thing. I was like, this ain't even real. Like, I ain't never had it before. I've lived life amazingly, expeditiously. Didn't even compute with me at all. I had no idea that anxiety was real. And I remember going to my hotel room in LA. I remember sitting in the tub and having the shower water hitting my head to try to cool off. I remember after that, not anything specific to the relationship. The relationship didn't work out. There was other issues. But after that moment, after we broke up, I remember just being done. I remember being numb towards women. And in my head, I said, I'm going to focus on creating content until I fail and get back up and do it all over again. Like, I wasn't going to stop, and I wasn't going to date. I wasn't going to do anything. So I focused highly strongly on content. And I'll say along the way, and this was for a 3-year strong period, along the way there was girls that I like talked to, but none that I like really took serious. Like, I would date, but like not really. With my ex-fiance, I developed like sexual anxiety. And I won't say because I don't know how YouTube is when it comes to talking about this stuff. I started to have anxiety. Never had it before that panic attack, which affected me. Of course, you guys can believe what that means. But I also knew it was going to come to a time to where like I needed to get over that in order to be in a successful relationship. Because I'm very competitive, I have a very competitive spirit, and I'm very much like I need to be the best at everything that I want to do. I put anxiety on myself because of that. Like, I give myself, like, I have such high standards for me and who I am as a person. This is just me as an individual. I had specifically seeked out a therapist that like was about that, because I wanted to understand the female mind better. I wanted to understand like why do women think the way they think, and it was like talking to a black woman therapist to help understand her point of view when it comes to my issues with dating a woman. I needed to heal to date women, so I needed a woman who would listen and understand and be able to communicate with me in a certain way to where I could understand. Started therapy, and that was the very real, legit process of my healing. It was like, okay, this is real. But when I first went to her, it wasn't even about that. It was more about being overwhelmed with work, because I got to a place to where I didn't want to feel feelings, and I wanted to be numb and just continue to keep working and like be successful. That's all I cared about. So I used work as a way to not have to deal with my actual feelings, because they were hard. It's tough. And there was a lot of days where I was like emotionally just drained, and like I would be in my head all the time. It was not good. And this is all through the content as I was creating content. Once I started therapy, I was like, I need to keep doing this. I initially started doing it because I really wanted to understand why like this work balance was not working. And then I got to a place to where we started to dive into the sexual anxiety. And that was where the biggest amount of work needed to be had. And when I tell y'all, that shit was hard to like dissect what was going on in my brain and build that awareness. It was tough. It was probably one of the toughest things I had to do. But in that process, when I tell y'all, I learned so much about myself, about why I am the way I am, why I do the things that I do. It developed me and transformed me to a whole new human being. Like the awareness that I have from doing, I've been in therapy for like 2.5 years, by the way, y'all. I recommend it to everyone. But once I was able to gain knowledge of myself and learn how to heal. The reason why I wanted to do content in the first place was because in high school, I wasn't popular. I was like an extremely unpopular kid. And I felt like if I worked hard enough that I can be noticed and I can be popular. But the funny thing about therapy is like when you start to understand why you do certain things, it almost undoes some of the trauma or the things that you already like had within you. So like the care to be like popular on YouTube, it doesn't resonate with me like it used to. I used to care about it, but now I don't. But I say all of this to say, and I don't mean to be long-winded, I don't mean to have this long conversation, it's time for us to heal. This is who this is for. We don't have any more excuses to not heal. And then people may not understand and be like, I don't know what that looks like. A lot of my people don't even understand that they need to heal. A lot of them don't. A lot of them think they're fine the way they are. I don't dismiss therapy in some way, shape, or form to anybody that looks like me. Because we probably more than anyone have to do the most of the healing because we're the most oppressed. And it's true even to this day. People don't understand the way you help others is to help yourself. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. Like, don't be so selfish to where you don't help your neighbor. No, not at all. I mean that in the sense of when you are fulfilled, like when you are truly fulfilled and you understand you and you're able to facilitate life and whatever success looks like for you, you're able to spread that to others. You spread that to others through you. It's contagious. All the people around me, I do my best to be there for them. I do my best to make sure they're good because I'm fulfilled. I have everything that I've ever wanted. I've accomplished everything in life that I've wanted. I feel like I'm a successful YouTuber. I wanted a wife and I want children. Most of y'all don't know, I do have a son already. He's been actually in a video or two, but y'all probably wouldn't pick him out. I have a fiance and I'm moving on to get married. And these are the things that are successful to me. I want to be able to raise good children. You know, I want to be able to help my people. I want to be able to uplift my people. And it doesn't necessarily need to be like Martin Luther King. Like if making a funny video helps somebody feel good about their day, that to me is satisfying enough. But I also feel like I can do more. And like I know that there's a way for me to be able to like communicate and like have a conversation, and then hopefully that helped transform somebody else. Healing for me was therapy. Okay. I'm not saying you got to go to therapy. I recommend it. I recommend it to everybody. It's always nice to have someone to just talk to that you don't have to essentially just deal with, but just help facilitate your thoughts, because we all have thoughts, and my therapist doesn't tell me to do anything. She listens and she helps articulate my thoughts. And because I'm self-aware, I'm able to understand what's going on. So I recommend it to everyone. But I say that to say, like, we start healing and things will change. And I want everybody to take that in. I want people to take a second, process those thoughts, and then I want people to start executing on what that means to them. Thank you guys again for following me, for being supporters of the channel. If you guys want to catch new videos, new skits, it's on the channel, Shannon Mall. We call it the Shannon Mall Show. But I'm going to talk to y'all later. I appreciate you listening and watching the video. If you want more videos like this, let me know. And make sure you go to the other channel. I love you guys. Peace.